Hi children, today let's move on to Chemistry Chapter 5, Water Part 2. Learning objective to know about water cycle. Let's move on to disappearing trick of water. How many times have you noticed that water spilled on a floor dries up after some time? The water seems to disappear. Similarly, water from wet roads, rooftops, and a few other places also disappears after the rains. This is mainly because of evaporation process. Introduction of water cycle. Do you know that the water you drink and you use to bathe is almost as old as the earth itself? Yes, it sounds unbelievable, but it's true. The amount of water on earth has always been the same. It just keeps moving from one stage to another in a cycle. Evaporation, condensation, and precipitation are the steps involved in a water cycle. Let us understand how this happens. The water in lakes, rivers, and oceans gets heated from the heat of the sun. After heating, the water turns into vapor or steam and rises up in the air. This process is called evaporation. Second one is about condensation. When the water vapor meets the cool air, it changes into water drops. These little water drops get together to form clouds. This process is called condensation. When clouds become heavy with water droplets, they come down as rain. This process is called precipitation. The rainwater fills the lakes, rivers, and oceans again. Sometimes the air is very cold. Then the water in the clouds freezes and it comes down in the form of snow. So, the water on the earth keeps moving in this cyclic way. This is the picture of water cycle with three stages such as evaporation, condensation and precipitation. Now let's move on to questions. Read these questions carefully and write your answers in an A4 sheet or in chemistry note. Question number 1. How many stages are involved in water cycle? Number 2. What are the three forms of water? Number 3. Define evaporation. Number 4. How do wet clothes dry under the sun? And number 5. What is meant by condensation? Thank you, children.